We're going to take a closer look at Osprey's Xenith 105 internal frame backpack. This heavy hauling pack comfortably carries up to 80 pounds. It's got the customized fit that you've come to expect from Osprey, and despite its large capacity, it weighs in at under 6 pounds. Any discussion on a pack this big, designed to carry as much weight as the Xenith is, really needs to start with the suspension. So let's turn the pack around and see how Osprey has equipped the Xenith for carrying heavy loads. There is a light wire frame that runs up and over the pack, really keeps that shape and helps to support the weight, drive it to the hip belt. There is also one single center aluminum stay that again helps to stabilize that weight and push the load down onto the hips where you can best support that load and do away with fatigue on the shoulders and the upper body. We've got excellent padding on the shoulder straps, on the harness, on the hip belt as well. This Bioform harness, Bioform hip belt can all be swapped out for the appropriate size to ensure that you get the best fit possible. Kind of a signature of Osprey on their larger custom fit packs. So this can come off, and swap in its place whatever size you need. We certainly do stock those at Backcountry Edge and can customize the pack for you. Sternum strap here in the center helps again to kind of stabilize and balance the weight. You've got load lifter straps up on top, adjustable straps here in the hip belt and lower on the harness as well. That really helps to dial in the fit. One other thing to show you here, there is a range of adjustability on any size of the pack. The pack comes in a number of starting sizes as well. There is a bit of adjustability here on the harness. You can lift that, you can lower that. Gives you a short range even within a given pack size. Again, to make sure that you're getting that customized fit that you'd expect from an Osprey pack. One other interesting feature I'd like to show before we turn the pack around and look at some of its other access features is the external hydration sleeve that's on this pack. You can see a little call out here that reads as H2O. I'm going to unclip this. What it allows you to do is, and you'll see a hanger in here, is to actually hang the hydration system outside of the pack. So you don't eat up any of the storage capacity that's inside the pack. If you would have any condensation on the reservoir, then it's separated from what's inside the pack. So rather than that hanging sleeve you find so often in other backpacks, similar backpacks, there's actually this dedicated external sleeve. Love that. Also makes it simple to pull it out, refill it, empty it, clean it at the end of the day. And again, at the end of your trip. Neat feature there. Turn the pack back around. Want to talk about some of the access features, but do also want to point out that we are looking at the 105-liter version of this Xenith. It does come also in an 88-liter version and a 75-liter. So slightly smaller versions, but large packs the whole way around. Within this 105, you've got a medium, you've got a large, you've got an extra large option. Sizing ranges or capacity ranges from 6,400 cubic inches to a little over 6,900 cubic inches. It just so happens that we're looking at the medium here. It is a lidded pack, so you've got this top lid. It does have height adjustability to it, so you can lift that as needed to expand the storm collar that's here on top of the pack to take full advantage of the maximum capacity. If you don't have it that full, cinch down on the drawstring closure, and there is certainly the ability to compress the pack with some of the crossover compression on the side and also on the top. This lid can be removed entirely. There's some clips here in the back, and this is probably the best removable lid slash fanny pack that I've seen. There are some other packs that offer this feature, but a really nice build on this one from Osprey. You actually have a padded back panel in here, similar to what you'd find on some of the lighter weight offerings from Osprey. And then built in here is a nice adjustable webbed hip belt. So a nice feature there. On the pack itself, this has 2 zippered storage compartments. So a lot of extra storage there on top of the pack. So again, large, top accessed main compartment on this pack. There's also an internal divider between that top compartment and the lower dedicated sleeping bag compartment. See that there. Straps here on the bottom that are perfect for a sleeping pad or tent poles for that matter. Any number of items that you can lash in place with those straps. Large stretch pocket on the face of this pack, so discarded layers or a rain shell, anything you might want to put quick hands on while you're on the trail fit nicely in there, and again maintain that internal storage capacity. There's 2 columned pockets here on the front, so zippered pockets, tons of storage in here. I've got a stove on one side, I think I've got a sleeping pad here on the other. Got trekking pole, tool loops, very large mesh stretch pockets on either side of the pack. Got a water bottle tucked away here on the other side. In addition to those pockets, got these straps loosened up here. There, you do have the ability from either side of the pack to get into the interior of the pack, so into that main pack body. And again, that's mirrored on either side of the pack. So just really great access to a voluminous pack. So instead of having to come in the top and hunt for anything you might be looking for, you can do some strategic storage here and really get to anything and everything you might need. Another interesting organizational feature here on the Xenith, one that I definitely want to call out, are the very large stretch hip belt pockets on either side of that hip belt. On packs of this size from Osprey, in the past, you didn't get hip belt pockets because of the customization that Osprey wanted to offer. The design didn't allow for hip belt pocketing because they didn't know what hip belt you were going to need to get the right fit, and that needed to be a swappable feature. There's been a design change this year that allows that pocket to stay with the pack. The hip belt comes off, customized hip belt goes on in its place, and you've still got that incredibly convenient access feature on the pack. Really nice capacity in these pockets. Got a headlamp tucked away in there, and again, just makes this pack that much more fully featured for extended backpacking. Xenith 105 from Osprey. If you're going a long way, you're carrying a lot of weight, this is certainly a pack to check out and consider for your next adventure.